yeah, I'm all over the place. I got putters going, I got divot tools going over there, I got ball markers getting laser engraved, I'm engraving irons for people, so I'm like scatterbrain all over the place, ping-ponging between machines, but I mean, it's fun. It keeps me occupied, and it's 6 o'clock rolls out around at the end of the day, and it's like, where'd the day go? It just goes by that fast. Hi, I'm Mark Cadera, founder of Kraken Golf. Kraken's only been in business over 2 years now, but it's grown exponentially over 2 years. I've been machining now for about 7 years, and I had another brand initially called Next 18 Golf, where we did golf belts, and did that for a few years, and then decided to kind of go off on my own a little bit and just work on tools. I started off with ball markers and divot tools and stuff like that, and the Kraken name, just first thing I ever caught fishing was squid, and so I kind of took that, it was a nice theme. It just kind of goes with where I'm located, and then I designed the logo, and the logo was kind of cool, easy to mill, easy to remember for folks. I've always sketched things in drawing, and I've always had this creative bone to me. So I started off in the corporate world and climbed the corporate ladder, and I just didn't find it fulfilling. I always had this, I want to create something of my own, I want to work on my own, I want to do my own thing, and Kraken was kind of that outlet for me to kind of jump off that ladder at least a little bit. I still have a foot on there, but it's just an outlet for me to do something I enjoy doing, and like I mentioned, it's just not work, it's like art to me. I'm a one-man shop. Every single item that leaves my shop is only touched by me. So I don't have a staff that's painting things or machining things or doing the website, doing the marketing, responding to Instagram requests. That's all me. I think what makes me kind of unique and different is I try to put my own spin, I try to push boundaries. It's a phrase I think people have heard me use before, but your dad's golf clubs, your dad's putter, your dad's golf tools, I'm not into making that. I want to make kind of newer designs. I want to push boundaries, bring it to places maybe folks haven't brought it before. My personal desire is minimalist type styles, but I think the audience likes my loud and crazy stuff, and kind of the tattoo world. I take a lot of stuff from the tattoo world, biker world. Skulls are pretty prevalent in a lot of my designs. Everything I use from materials is just highest grade materials that I can find. And when I construct things, one of the things that's critical to me is that it's going to last forever. So you'll notice in a lot of the things I make, I try to stay away from paint. Being on the golf course, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to get chipped with sand and so forth. I'm a big Haas guy, so I have 2 Haas mills. I have a mini mill, I have a CM1. It's a hobbyist machine, but at the same time, if you can make production quality pieces, especially what we're doing with ball markers and divot tools, you can do that. I just like using lasers because of the level of intricacy you can get to with designs. I got 2 lasers now, I'm probably looking at a 3rd one. This is the newest one. I started working on color, so being able to color titanium and stainless steel blues and pinks, and be able to control that through a burn rate is pretty cool. I started with ball markers. It's the easiest thing to machine. It's a small item, and then moved gradually to divot tools. Putters started this past year, and at first you're a little bit nervous with putters because putters actually affect the game. I spent a lot of time over the last year just really understanding the nuances of making putters, what people prefer, feel. In my own game, I like a softer feel, so I mentioned I'll use stainless steel, but historically I've putted with carbon and copper type putters. So the key for me is really to understand what people like. And yeah, there's technology out there. Putter industry is growing every year. There's weighted systems, there's all kinds of ways to build a putter. For me personally, it's just feeling comfortable over the ball. So I think that if you have something that feels comfortable in your hand and you feel confident with it, I think that's way more important than technology. So this is what I'm working on right now. I mean, the most difficult thing is certainly the necks. I have different ways of doing it. So I'll machine necks, the more standard type necks. I have a lot of customers lately that like my 3D printed steel designs. The putter head itself though, I mean, it's multi-step. You start with a billet, which I don't have handy, but you mill one side, then you're gonna flip it, mill the other side, and then there's a bunch of finishing operations, polishing, sanding, am I torching it, face milling. A lot goes into it. Typical putter for me, beginning to end, usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks. Certainly there's downtime in there, but that's usually the amount of time I quote folks just to kind of get from beginning to end through that process. The best thing is when I have collaborations with customers, especially with putters, and they bring their ideas to me, and a lot of times we'll get on the phone and just ping pong back and forth ideas and come to this equilibrium, I guess you would call it, where we're both satisfied with what the look's going to be, and then I start crafting. I don't have anybody on tour yet, playing with a Kraken putter or anything like that. That certainly would be a good goal for this year coming up. But I'm just appreciative of just the folks out there that are weekend warriors that just want to have something unique in their bag to kind of express themselves. I try to do a release every week of 30 to 60 items that I've designed, and then I have custom is mostly putters now. With those rolling in, I gotta split up my time and make sure that those get done in a timely fashion for folks as well. It's just a cool feeling to see that people enjoy what you make, and for a small moment in time they get a new item and they open it, and it's just the smile on their face makes it all worth the while.